So for all you 9 to 5 Monday to Friday workers like the two of us, it is the most wonderful time of the year.
The last week?
It is officially the let's circle back to this in the new year. It's a week like no else.
It's not even necessarily in the new year. Sometimes you don't know when people are going to get back.
Nah.
And people take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks off. So, we'll circle back, when we're all back.
I mean, yeah, January itself is basically a write-off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful time.
I mean, shout out to all the shift workers, hospitality workers, retail workers. Your service is not unappreciated.
It's essential.
It is.
Going back a couple of years, but
Triggered.
very much essential.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward, episode 111, otherwise known as Nelson. Shout out to the late, great David Shepherd.
Who is this David Shepherd?
You've never heard of David Shepherd?
No.
So he used to...
Also, what's a Nelson? Will that be explained as part of this David
I don't
Shepherd
fully
thing?
understand why it's called but Nelson is 111.
Okay.
So that's 111.
Yeah.
And then 222 I'm pretty sure it's a double Nelson. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But what was his name? David Shepherd. David Shepherd was an umpire. He umpired I think partway through the 80s, all the way through to 2005, I think his last test was.
Okay.
And he was most famous for whenever the score read 111,
Yep.
222, 333, 444,
Yeah.
888. Yeah, you get it. He would stand on one leg until the score changed because it's considered unlucky for a batsman.
Oh, if one individual batter's
No, the
scores,
team,
the overall
total.
team score is on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. I had no idea about this.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing that we run a cricket podcast together and we continue time and time again to educate the masses.
Yep. I had no idea about that at all. 2005, that's not that long ago.
Yeah. That's what his Wikipedia page said.
Yeah. Oh, right. Educating the masses, yes.
How are you going?
I'm going okay,
I
mate.
feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah. I'm going okay. It was our anniversary over the weekend, Cami and I. So,
I think ours then.
no, our podversary was when was that? A couple months ago. We did
July, I think.
Was it in July?
I think maybe. Oh, no, it was. No,
When we
it was.
did the
It was
3
November. You're
years?
right. It was November. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry, trying to weasel my way into that.
No.
How was it?
It was good. We ended up going to Docklands. Told her to pack some clothes for hot, clothes for cold. Kept her guessing. Ended up at Docklands. So went ice skating.
Yeah. Pack for cold. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
And the hotel we stayed at had a pool. So got in the water. I am not a water person. So
Have we mentioned this on the pod before about your
lack of
desire to swim? Desire, ability?
Yeah, I must say, even like swimming is one thing, but even just floating is can be quite difficult.
Yeah,
so,
it's not a strength of mine either, mate. You're not
No?
alone. You're not alone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But no, weekend was great. Bit of ice skating. Went to the zoo, which was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Any new animals released?
Any new releases?
No releases, no.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No,
New collabs that
No.
people want to see.
not that I was aware of. No. How's your weekend, mate?
Yeah. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Had a wedding.
Yep.
Which was a beautiful day. Made a real weekend of it. It was really nice. Yeah, sort of cheeky, relaxing weekend away, and then celebrating two great people with a big group of mates. So
Nice.
yeah, no, it was really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything exciting.
You didn't get sunburnt?
Didn't get sunburnt. Yeah, so it was glorious sunshine on the Sunday. It was like clear skies and 28, and didn't pack any sunscreen. So
outdoor wedding,
outdoor wedding,
Yeah,
outdoor
okay.
wedding, and not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah. Warning
All
signs.
Sitting outside for the ceremony, and everyone is sweating.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I can feel the back of my head is getting hot and
Yeah.
hot.
Like the laptop over there.
Like the laptop over there. Shout out your gamer laptop. Is that the gamer laptop?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. But no, I managed to avoid it. The UV wasn't as harsh that time of day, so was able to spend the rest of the weekend not looking like a tomato.
UV can be a very strange thing. Like it's not always a feel thing, isn't it? Like sometimes it feels like it's burning, it's real hot, and it's not even that bad. And other times it's when it's cloudy.
Yeah, the cloudiest day.
The cloudiest day, and it like feels okay, and that's when the UV index is like crazy high.
It's a good thing we don't really have to worry about it for cricket every weekend. Just thinking about the amount of sunscreen you put on every Saturday for cricket.
Yeah.
Obviously, of course, it's a cricketing gap year for us. So,
yes.
Yeah, hasn't been an issue yet.
Yep. Be saving, I don't know how much sunscreen costs per bottle. What, like $10?
You're also forgetting about the amount of money we're saving in the fees that we don't pay. That's a big cost saving too.
So, running it back for the last time of 2023.
We didn't mention that, did we?
Yeah,
we haven't
not.
mentioned it in the episode. Surprise, This is it for 2023.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, there would have been an episode on the 28th or something.
Yeah. I know you're all heavily into your podcasts.
Yeah.
That time of year. We'll circle back to it next year. We'll circle back to the pod next year.
But yes, running it back, there has been a bit of cricket that's happened. The first test, the West Test, has wrapped up, and Australia came out on top against Pakistan.
They did. The people of Perth may not be aware
Of
that. Australia actually got up.
Yes,
I think it was about 60,000 people
across the 5 days.
Yeah. Well, the 4 days, wasn't it? End on day
4 days, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, they've copped a fair whack, haven't they?
Yeah.
Everyone over there in Perth.
Not a great sight for Test cricket in general, I guess, but
no. And we were saying this off air about the bigger the stadium, the worse that it looks, because we've seen that at the MCG before.
was it the Stars game? We were watching a Big Bash game like last week, and it looked pretty much empty.
Yeah. And to be fair to the people of Perth, I mean, Melbourne and Sydney, Melbourne, you got Boxing Day, it's always a public holiday.
Yeah.
Always a public holiday. And, people are still on holiday for the New Year's test. So I guess starting the test match midweek, you can't expect too many people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, it happened. It's in the books.
It is.
Regardless of how many people went and watched it.
And for the city of Perth, Australia won.
Yeah. Yes. We're here to bring you the news firsthand. It was, I guess it was a pretty good test for a few of the Aussie players. David Warner shrugged off a bit of I think it's fair to say he was under a bit of pressure leading up to the test. So,
yeah, did you see his celebration?
No, I didn't.
So he did his when he got to the ton, he did his trademark jump, but then he pulled out.
Yep.
Bit of a shush.
Silencer.
Yeah, towards someone who was rather vocal in the lead up.
Okay. Yep. Could have been anyone. Just telling him.
And then he undid all that in the second innings by going out for a 5-ball duck.
Yeah.
But Mitch Marsh was a lot more consistent across the 2 innings.
Yes, he was. Player of the match,
I think he was,
Yep.
60 odd and 90. Uzi made 90 as well in the second dig.
Yep.
They put up a good fight, Pakistan.
In the first innings,
in the first innings, yeah. Definitely the first innings.
Took a big chunk out of the total. And in the first innings, but yeah, look, just under a lot of pressure in the second innings, chasing a massive total, and quite often when you are chasing a massive total, it's like it all goes your way or it doesn't go your way at all.
Yeah.
And it was very much the latter.
Yeah, to be rolled for 89.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that. Not the fight they showed in the first innings, but more positively, the GOAT, Nathan Lyon, brought up 500 Test wickets.
Congrats to the GOAT.
Shout out. Once a gate, always a gate. Or is he a gate yet? I don't think he hasn't played for the Gades yet.
He's contracted.
He's contracted.
Right.
Yeah, too busy taking wickets for fun at Test level.
Joining in a very exclusive club.
Yeah, not many taking 500. 3 Aussies ever.
Yep.
A handful of others.
Not many at all. It is very much, I'd say, legendary in terms of once you get to 500. Even before that, but very, very much it firms it up. Like once you pass 500, it's pretty exclusive company. So congrats to the GOAT.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They've been calling him the GOAT for many years now, and definitely with good reason. Now, it is that time of year again. It is everyone's favourite, I'm sure. We know that you all mark your calendars for this. The fine leg to full forward Christmas episode.
Yes.
Now, this week, what are we doing this week, mate? Are we doing a bit of consultancy, would you call it? Can we stretch it?
I think so. I mean, we haven't done quote unquote, flit of consulting in a few episodes. I feel like we definitely made a mention of it in the 100th because it was a big part of us, who we were. But then since then, we've kind of done less of it, I think.
I think so. So we might be a little rusty. We'll just say we won't quite put our consulting hats on. We'll maybe just say we're just giving out general advice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as usual, we're targeting a massive target audience.
Yes. Yeah.
This one is for the nuffiest of cricket nuffies.
Yep.
Who are hosting Christmas this year.
Yep. They've been given the reins.
They've been given the reins.
And we're just going to help them out in terms of, how to make it the most Crickmas possible.
Yes. Crickmas. I like it. I like it. So, we've broken this down into four bits.
Yep.
4 key parts of Christmas. You've got decorations, presents, food, and we'll save the last one till we get to it. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, did you want to go first with the first element of Crickmas?
The first elements.
The first elements of Crickmas?
I can, yes, I'll kick us off.
Yeah,
I'll kick us off.
Kick us off, yeah.
So, the first element of Crickmas is the decorations. So, look, the obvious place to start in terms of decorations is the Christmas tree.
Obviously, yeah.
You've got you could go with cricket ball baubles.
Yeah. That does make it more of a Crickmas tree than a Christmas tree. Yeah.
I do like saying that as well. Cricket ball baubles.
Cricket ball baubles. Cricket ball baubles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You could go with that. You could go with zing bales.
Oh yeah, like hang them on the tree.
Hang them on the tree.
Yeah, they light up,
mate.
Do you reckon, would they have to be hit though? Would you have to be throwing shit at the tree?
Oh, that's true actually. But I mean, that's a bit of fun too.
True, yeah.
Get a stress ball or something.
Yeah, easy, yeah.
Or if one of the cricket ball baubles falls off, you can pick it up and piff it at the tree.
The cricket ball baubles. Will the cricket ball bauble survive after being thrown? Because I know it's a cricket ball bauble, but it's still a bauble. But shatter. You don't want to shatter the cricket ball bauble, do you?
That's true. You don't want to shatter it, no. But yeah, so those are a couple of ideas for the tree. You could at the top of the tree, you could, instead of having, quite often there's a star at the top of the Christmas tree. You could, instead of a star, you could have like the handle of a cricket bat.
Oh, okay. So the tree is a cricket bat.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that, but Yeah, we do that too.
Well, I suppose like it's made of wood, right? The tree. Well,
It is.
Real trees are. I don't know
It
if you
is.
guys knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual, yeah.
Well, okay. If you didn't mean it like the tree was a bat, how did you mean it by putting the handle on the top?
I didn't even really think about it. I just thought about a handle being there. Well, initially I was thinking about a few other things like, an umpire's finger or umpire's hat, things like that, chucking it on top. But I just thought of a cricket, the V, like the handle bit,
Oh yeah.
chucking that up the top. But now that you mention it, just make the bat can be the entire tree, and then you just have branches piercing the wood all the way around, and then
on the branches that have pierced this bat,
yeah,
you put the cricket ball.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
right. That's where you put them.
Yeah, cool.
So that's what you do with a tree. Now, that's not all in terms of decorations, though. You got Christmas lights out the front of the house.
You do.
Right? So you could have lights out the front of the house that look like the light towers, the floodlights at the MCG.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bit of atmosphere. Should be nice. You could also have the red and green lights that are just outside the third umpire's box at the MCG.
Yep.
You could have those there as well. Just
I mean, green and red is very Christmassy.
green and red is very Christmassy. Out, not out. It's just we're just bringing things together.
Yeah,
So
I
just
like it.
have one of those, whack it out the front, and I reckon that's probably enough for decorations.
And so you're pretty well decorated there with your cricket bat tree covered in cricket ball baubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, your MCG Christmas tower lights out the front. Yeah, nice. I like it. On to the next part of Christmas and indeed Crickmas.
Yes.
The presents. The presents. You've got to have presents.
Yep.
And for the cricket nuffy looking to really get the most out of Crickmas.
Yep.
Here are a few ideas for you. Now, this one is genuinely a real thing. It's a BBL smash and slide cricket set. This is available to purchase at Rebel Sport.
Please explain.
It's a slip and slide, but with stumps at one end.
Okay,
So the slip and slide is the cricket pitch.
so the person that's batting is batting
On the slip and slide.
on water, water's running down.
I don't know about you. My first thought to that is that's a pretty challenging surface to bat on.
Yep, it's a dangerous surface, mate. That's a bit of an OH&S sort of issue, I reckon. Even for the bowler running in, and or are they not running on the slip and slide? Are they?
Yeah, it didn't look long enough. There wasn't another stump on the other end, so I think it was
just the
purely,
batter.
Yeah, the batting area.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe the surface down at GMHBA could have done with a bit of slip and slide.
Bit of slip and slide.
Yeah, would have got a result.
There you go. All right, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, well that one is genuinely real. This one
is also real.
100% real.
Yeah.
A cricket bat bug zapper. So it's a bit harder to use than the tennis racket.
Yep.
Bug zapper, bit less surface area there.
Yeah.
But maybe if you get one of those eye-in bats to help.
I've got one of those.
Funnily enough, get your eye in.
I haven't. It's
you do. Where is that? I haven't seen that for ages.
I think it's been under my bed for the past 4 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen that since we've been living together.
Yeah. No, it's definitely still very much here.
Yeah.
But haven't needed to get my eye in
Before using the cricket bat zapper.
Yes.
And the cricket ball balls. Yeah, okay. Because I'm thinking, hot day, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You want it to be outside eating. There's bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
You're a cricket nuffy. You don't want a tennis racket
No.
zapper.
No.
You want a cricket bat zapper.
You do. And you want to practice why you can just practice your strokes while you're getting the bugs.
I don't know how many flies you're going to get cover driving. It's going to be a lot of pull shots.
Pull shots, yeah.
Square cut it away.
Square cuts. It's all about the footwork.
It's not about the footwork. Yeah, especially not when you're nuffy. And the last gift, an alarm clock that only plays the appeals of Marnus Labuschagne. Now they're that loud, they're that eccentric. These
Yep.
appeals that'd absolutely get you up in the morning.
That would be great. That would very much get me up in the morning, I reckon. Have I told you that this watch of mine, I normally put an alarm on my phone to wake me up in the morning.
Yep.
But I had this watch for like, I don't know, a few years. I recently put the alarm on to, I don't know why. I just decided to put it on my watch instead of my phone. And so I turned it on for 7 a.m. and I don't know how to turn it off.
So it just goes off at
It goes off at 7 a.m. every morning.
every morning.
Every morning. But it's actually not that loud. So it's each time it sort of like half wakes me up and I dream about it. I dream about the alarm and I can vaguely hear it. But anyway, sorry, a bit of a sidetrack. I just we were talking about alarms.
Another riveting story from Mr. Ravindran.
I'm going to move on swiftly to the next thing that we're helping out our cricket nuffy with, food. I know what a lot of people are thinking in terms of cricket and food. Not much overlap.
My mind's going straight to, tea.
Tea?
Scones.
Yeah. Nah.
No.
None of that, mate. None of that. This one's a bit dicey, but I think we could set up the whole Christmas dinner to look like a cricket field and stadium.
I mean, that would be a very nuffy thing to do.
Yeah. Just like one massive, like on the dinner table, lay it all out.
Yep.
And then you sort of just pick from it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
So start with shredding up some Brussels sprouts, laying it out to look like grass. Right?
Yeah. I mean, not the biggest fan of Brussels sprouts, me, but I know that they are a classic part of Christmas, so I accept their place on the table.
Yep.
Okay.
So you lay that down.
Yep.
You got it on the massive platter or whatever it is. We've got that. We've laid down the foundation. Now, all we need to do is figure out how we incorporate the rest. Which
So
yeah.
So you come up with this idea about making it look like a cricket field, and you've literally just laid the turf, and that's all you've come up with.
I mean, I've plotted the land. It's over there. It's where it's going to be.
Okay.
Just need other Christmas things like turkey, potatoes.
Like pigs in blankets. Have you had those before?
What's that?
Pigs in blankets?
No.
Really?
No.
That's quite a. I feel like that's quite a common Christmassy thing.
Yeah, right.
It's like mini sausages wrapped in bacon.
Yeah, right. No, I've had it.
They're so good. For some reason, only have them on Christmas Day. Like, would happily eat that every day of the year.
Yeah.
But literally only have it on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So maybe they could be like the boundary.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You could sort of carve up some turkey, lay it down to be like the cricket pitch.
The pitch. Yep.
What could you use as
players? Potatoes for players.
Oh yeah,
just whack them down.
Quite out of shape players there, aren't they?
Yeah.
They let themselves go.
Yeah.
Too many cricket field Christmas dinners. All right. Well, that one is definitely the most nuffiest of them. Which, somehow still works. And then the fourth element of Crickmas.
Forgot about the elements, but yes.
The fourth element of Crickmas is, of course, backyard cricket.
Yes.
You cannot have Christmas Day without backyard cricket. Is an essential part of Christmas, Crickmas, whatever we want to talk about here.
Yep.
No doubt it's involved.
Yep.
But I thought this would be a great opportunity for us to clarify and agree on some universal rules.
Universal, you say?
Just one team, one dream. Make sure that we're all on the same page for the rules of backyard cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've got, obviously, can't go out first ball.
Yep.
I feel like we can all agree on that one.
Not even backyard cricket. I mean, that's like universal, I think. Beach cricket, you can't go out first ball as well, right?
Test cricket, yep.
Yeah.
Universal, yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Auto wiki?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, happy with that?
Happy with that, especially when there's not enough people that can be bothered playing.
It's a big perk.
It's a very common thing, I think, when a few people are like, oh yeah, let's play some cricket, and only 4 people go.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a very common thing. So universal as well.
And then we've also got one hand, one bounce.
Classic.
Two bounce headbutt. We might start losing people on that one there, but I feel like that adds another layer. I feel like that adds another level of excitement to it.
Yeah. We've been playing two bounce headbutt for a while. Can be a bit dicey when you're getting pretty low to the ground.
Yeah, especially if there's two of you going for the same ball.
Yep.
Don't try that at home.
Yep.
You're playing backyard cricket. Tip and run.
Tippity. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy with that?
Of course. I mean, well, not myself, but like as a as a general rule, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. Like in all forms of cricket, you want to?
I mean, again, not for myself.
Okay, right.
Not very much the tip and run player.
No, you're not.
No.
Not at all.
I'd say neither of us are. But
thanks, mate. Sorry, no. Keep me humble. Keep me humble.
And any other rules?
No LBWs for backyard cricket.
This one's not really universal, but I feel like it depends on where you're playing.
It also depends on the amount of people you got playing. If there's enough of you, you can have one as an umpire.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes it's like you need a rule like that because it depends. Because if you got like shitload of fielders, you got like 20 people in a backyard, and people are like, one hand, one bounce, and they're standing like 5 meters away. You're going to get out every ball. Like, how do you stay in? So you need something like, no LBWs just to tilt the balance back.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I like that. Is there any rules that we've missed that you guys are listening to here and you think that absolutely needs to be in there at every game of backyard cricket ever played? Because as we usually do, we're bound to miss many.
Yep.
Let us know. Slide into the old DMs.
Switch on.
So switching on for the final time in 2023, I have a couple of questions for you. I hope you don't mind, mate, but I'm about to ask them to you.
Shoot, mate.
Ask you them. Ask them to.
Yep.
Ask you them.
Mm-hmm.
You get it. Yep. Okay. Out of the current men's Test 11, who would you most like to get for Secret Santa, and what would you get for them?
Okay. All right. Probably a bit unsurprising. With my pick, probably be Uzi.
Yep.
Love the man, and I think I would get him like one of those, not Lego, but like those kits that you build, when you make like a plane, like an aircraft sort of thing. Because he's a qualified pilot.
He is a pilot. Yeah, we have mentioned that on the show before, haven't we?
I thought that'd be a cool little gift for him.
That's actually a great one. Because I feel like he always preaches about life outside of cricket.
Correct. So that's a part of him that's outside of cricket.
Yeah.
What would be your answer to that?
I was afraid you'd ask me that back because I don't have anything prepared.
That's okay. You can swiftly move on, mate.
So I'm going to swiftly move on.
Yep.
I have another question for you.
Yep.
Which element of cricket do you think Santa Claus would be best at?
Which of the two elements?
Which of the two elements of cricket do you think Santa Claus would be best at? So you've got the two elements, just for those who've forgotten.
Yep.
You've got batting, bowling, and fielding.
Yeah.
Those are the two elements of cricket.
The two elements of cricket. I think Santa would probably, given the physique of Santa.
Interesting choice.
I think batting would probably be the only element that Santa would be comfortable with, I think.
Right.
Right up his alley.
Yeah, I'd agree with that for the most part. See, I hadn't really thought about the other question. I have thought a little more about this one.
Okay.
So I'm imagining some of the guys we've come up against in cricket.
Yep.
In our playing days.
Yes.
Santa seems to be the kind of guy, in my opinion, he'd bat sort of 6 or 7.
Yep.
he'd come in and just fucking smoke bombs over Cow Corner.
Yep.
He'd just come in, he'd hit a quick 30, 40
Yep.
off like 3 overs.
Quick fire, yeah.
Yep. And then he'd come on to bowl sort of maybe third change.
Okay.
He'd be one of those blokes who walks in off 3 or 4 steps, but always puts it on the same spot time and time again. Like gentle, medium out swingers.
Yeah,
Just always on the same spot.
On the money. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that answer. It's good.
Thanks, mate.
All right. I've got 2 questions for you as well. So, question 1. Which of these artists would you be the most excited about dropping a Christmas album? Now, I've chosen these artists quite
based on my Spotify rap.
Based on you as a person.
Thank you.
So A, The Kooks, B, Denzel Curry, C, Childish Gambino, and D, Busted.
Me as a person, there's quite a range there, isn't there?
Yep.
Well, I think the obvious one would be Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Just because I just want him to release
anything.
Yeah. Oh, actually, would I enjoy a
That's the question, mate.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah, you got me thinking there.
So it's not necessarily just like, oh, yeah, because if your favorite artist puts out something and it's not that good, you get a bit sort of,
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I reckon I might actually change my answer then.
Yep.
I might go B, Denzel Curry.
Okay.
I just feel like some hype Christmas Carol raps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that'd tick a few boxes for me.
I reckon he could pull it off.
I reckon so too.
Yeah.
Either that or E, 4th place.
Hey, nice. I'll get around that. All right.
Stream, what's it called? I'm Sorry I Love You?
Yes.
On Spotify.
Such a banger.
It is. We listen to it as we were writing the episode.
Question 2. How late is too late when it comes to Christmas shopping?
Whew. This is a pretty quick response, I reckon.
Yep.
It's just as long as you've got the present when you're giving it to them on Christmas Day.
Yeah, okay.
So if you want to get them
night before
something from the servo on your way down on Christmas morning.
On morning, yep, okay.
Yeah, I mean, pretty rough present to sort of get from the servo.
But it's not too late.
Okay. By the very definition of what you've said.
Yep.
That is not too late. But also, before midnight on Christmas Eve as well.
All right, I think it's time to pull up stumps for the episode, and in doing so, pull up stumps for another year.
Yes, it is.
Another flittive year in the books.
It's actually crazy to think about, isn't it? You think about those 7 months where we didn't actually do anything.
Yep.
Like the podcast was dead.
Yep.
There was nothing posting about it, anything like that. And now to come back and be back for as long as we have.
Yep.
Yeah, to get to the end of another year is, it's pretty special. Thank you all. And thank you, Matt, as well, for a massive 2023. Has there been a particular highlight from the pod this year?
I mean, it's hard to go past the 100th. Just I know it's very obvious, but
what I was going to say as well, mate.
But it's just the build up to it, and then having mates there on the day, and it all means so much, and it's so much more real when you're actually there in person as well, and you feel it like that. So, definitely that.
100% the same. Even what we were actually speaking about on the day as well.
Yeah,
just sort of reflecting on the journey so far as well. But the journey isn't over. 2024 will be the most interesting chapter in the Fine Leg to Fall Forward story.
Yep.
So far. We will be moving to fortnightly episodes.
Yep.
In the new year, but I think it's fair to say we're pretty excited for the content that will come out of that.
I think so. I think it's fair to say that switching from weekly to fortnightly will very much change the approach. Like it becomes less about very much keeping up to date in terms of this happened this week, we have to talk about it sort of thing, and and probably being a bit more about ourselves, more about other things, I guess.
Yeah. I wouldn't say we really have any restrictions on the show, but in a way we kind of do as well, because we're sort of bound by fixtures and that sort of scheduling. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's gonna be good to sort of break the little shackles that we have. I think. Yeah. As weird as that sounds. Shout out the Flittiff community. As we said, thanks again for a massive 2023, right?
Absolutely.
Anything more you want to add, mate?
Nothing apart from Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and keep hitting sixes.